So as I'm sure you guys know already, we're just a week out now from Elseworlds, this year's Arrowverse crossover, and the hype is definitely real. I mean, all those teasers, on-set photos, and descriptions of certain scenes.
Stop. My penis can only get so erect.
Seriously, this thing looks fucking awesome! But what really tipped the hype over the edge for me was that post-credits teaser for the crossover that popped up at the end of this week's Supergirl episode, Bunker Hill. Taking place on a war-torn alternate Earth, we move past the bodies of a bunch of different costume characters before settling on one of them, the John Wesley Shipp version of Barry Allen from the original Flash show on CBS, crawling through the dirt to reach a huge book. Unfortunately for him though, the book is picked up by the Monitor, a powerful alien entity who can use the book to alter reality, which it pretty much looks like he did here, hence all the dead bodies and that one line from the trailer.
Enough! You will not do to this Earth what you did to mine.
And as cool as this scene is already, seriously, there's so much to talk about here, it's all these dead people that are really getting me hyped. Yeah, okay, that was a bad transition. Look, I'm just hyped to see all these characters again, okay? I mean, seriously, the classic 1990s version of The Flash, plus characters from Arrow, Legends, and The Flash, but comics. Who are all these previously awesome characters that got the 80s Transformers movie treatment? Well, hypothetical viewer, let's break the scene down and see who we can see. We actually get our first big cameo almost as soon as the scene starts, with a clear view of Justice Society member Stargirl lying in the dirt next to her staff. Now I know there was some confusion over which version of the character we're looking at here, considering how there was a Stargirl that featured in Smallville, and a lot of people seem to be thinking that this is that version of the character, but considering how there are some slight differences in their costumes, like the one in Smallville had a two-piece costume while this one's clearly wearing a one-piece, I'm fairly certain this is actually the version the Legends met back in season 2 of their show. This Stargirl being the same one that wound up being Merlin would also make more sense, considering how we can see what looks like her JSA teammate Obsidian pushing up daisies a little while later. Speaking of Obsidian, we can see what looks like the bodies of both Huntress and Firestorm lying close by, but I'm not entirely sure which versions of the characters these are. If this is Huntress, then the mask is looking a little different than how I remember it. I feel like the eye holes are a little bit bigger, but then again, it could just be the light from the fire messing with how the mask looks, I don't know. Same thing goes for Firestorm here. I mean, he does look like the version that popped up in earlier seasons of Legends, but considering how you can't actually see this dude's face, and you know, that version also split apart at the end of the Crisis on Earth X crossover after Stein died, sorry for the spoilers, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that this isn't him. Maybe we're looking at the Earth 90 version, or Smallville got a Firestorm sometime after Clark became Superman, who knows. Anyways, after them, we have that shot of Obsidian, and on the dirt there, that looks like Hawkman's helmet. Or Hawkgirl's, I don't know, I mean they look exactly the same. Either way, it's pretty obvious just looking at it that this belongs to either one of the Hawks we saw in Legends. After the helmet though, we see this guy. Now I know some people are thinking this could be Earth 38's Brainiac 5 or the Smallville Black Canary, mostly because of the hair, but the thing is the costume's all wrong for both of them, and the hair's too short for Brainiac, while also being the wrong color for Black Canary. Instead, considering what universe this whole thing's taking place on, I'm guessing this is actually a quick cameo from Earth 90's version of Captain Cold, who, fun fact, was a trench coat wearing albino in that show. Because that makes sense. Anyways, after seeing the unfortunate fate of the 1990s favorite non-serial peddling captain, we can see what looks like Earth 2's Jesse Quick and Earth X-Ray's helmet, followed up by Earth 1's Hawkman. Wait, what? Jesse's dead now? Well damn, sucks for Harry. He lost his super genius and now he went and lost a daughter. At least with Ray, it's possible that he could have just merged with his Earth 90 self like he did in Freedom Fighters. So who knows, maybe he's still alive.
And now, all of you will perish.
Oh wait. Never mind.
Then there's Hawkman. Like I was saying earlier with the helmet, we know this Hawkman isn't the Smallville version of the character, mostly because the design of the costume, including the shoulder pad and the band on the arm, more closely resembles what we saw in earlier Arrowverse episodes rather than what we saw in Smallville. Some version of Captain Cold is just chilling on the ground over here, most likely the Earth X version, given that we were able to see Ray's helmet earlier. We can also see another Hawk person helmet here, and since this one looks just like the other Earth 1 helmet we saw earlier, I guess this means things go badly for both Hawkman and Hawkgirl. And finally, just before we get that shot of Barry Allen crawling through the dirt and giving fans everywhere a huge rush of that classic 90s nostalgia, we first gotta look at this guy here, who, judging from the look of the costume, is pretty obviously the Smallville version of Green Arrow.
What? What the fuck?
Wait, Smallville's Green Arrow? They're killing off Smallville characters now? I mean, I know we're supposed to get some Smallville Easter eggs and references in this year's crossover, but I kinda thought they were just gonna be things like the Kent Farm from that show was gonna be used as the Kent Farm in the crossover. Goodbye 90s nostalgia. Hello depressing early 2000s nostalgia. Oh wait, just kidding. It was actually kinda sorta confirmed by one of the writers on Supergirl that this Oliver Queen is actually the Earth 90 version. So, okay, cool. Maybe that means all the characters we've seen before really aren't dead, these are just the Earth 90 versions of all of them. So maybe there's a chance we'll still see the Smallville Justice League helping out the Arrowverse crew when the Anti-Monitor rolls around. Wouldn't that be awesome? I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I'm having a hard time believing literally every single one of these guys is from Earth 90, and they all just happen to look like somebody we've already seen in an earlier season of another show. So maybe these writers really did kill off Citizen Cold, Jesse Quick, Smallville Ollie, and all those other heroes. But like I said, who knows for sure. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens when the Elseworlds crossover starts next week. But anyways guys, that's everybody I was able to see in the Elseworlds post-credit scene. If you guys agreed with anything I said in this video, or if you noticed anything or anyone I didn't mention here, then go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, I will see you all next time. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, then go ahead and click that like button, and if you're new, maybe consider clicking that subscribe button too. I've also got links to my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Patreon in the description. You should probably check those out too. And if you want to see more of my content, then you can click the link to my last video. It's right there in the middle of your screen. Alright, and I will see you all next time.